Faith, and I have some stories to tell. I'm a Boxer Bulldog mix. My mom and dad met me while I was being cared for at the Best Friends Animal Society in Utah and decided they wanted to adopt me. Now, I live in Muncie, Indiana, with Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary founders Pamela and Mike. In fact, I'm the ambassador for Grateful Rescue. It's a pretty sweet life. Sometimes I help my dad at the office, while other times I just demand attention from my mom. Tonight, we want you to gather around and listen to fun, interesting stories. We call it Faith's Book Nook. Each week, we pick a local celebrity or special person in the community to read a children's book that has an animal theme. We live stream it here each week. To be honest, I'm not sure what a live stream means. Anyways, make sure you're in your comfy chair because we're about to listen to a great story together at Faith's Book Nook.
I'm Tom Dock from Noah's Animal Hospitals and Pet Pals TV. I'm really excited and honored to be here today to read to you Oscar and Emmy Visit the Vet. But first, I'd like to introduce my co-star here. This is Orion Indy. Orion is a 2.5, almost 3-year-old English Mastiff. He is male, he weighs about 160 pounds, and he actually has a job. His job is with the Indy 11 mascots, or he is the Indy 11 mascot for the Indy 11 soccer team. So he's going to kind of chill out here as I read about Oscar and Emmy visiting the vet. This book is by Terry Sabal, illustrated by Roxana Oslizio. And in the dedication, Terry says, for all veterinarian clinics, doctors and staff who take care of our pets when they're healthy or sick, especially Dr. Michael Moore at Foster Creek Veterinary Hospital. Abby and Charlie have a busy day ahead of them. They're helping their mom take their cats to the vet. They don't want to go, Charlie laughs as they try to put the cats into the crate, but they keep escaping. They'll be fine once we're there, Mom reassures Charlie, closing the crate with both cats securely inside. Success! It's time for their preventive care visit or their yearly checkup. So they aren't sick, right? They just need a checkup like we get from our doctor each year, Abby asks. Exactly, Mom says. The vet will make sure that they are healthy and stay that way. They arrive at the vet clinic and notice their neighbor leaving. Mom, look, it's Miss Andrea with Bree and Athena, Charlie says. Are Oscar and Emmy here for their yearly checkup too? Asks Miss Anders. Yes, Abby replies. Mom checks in with the receptionist while Abby and Charlie stay with the cats in the full waiting room. Oscar lets out a long, shaky meow. Oscar, I know you're scared around dogs, but I'll keep you safe, Abby comforts him. Charlie notices that Emmy really hasn't purred since they left home. After a few minutes, a technician assistant calls them back to an exam room. Let's get these guys weighed for the doctor. Abby opens the crate and lifts Oscar onto the exam table. Charlie reaches in to get Emmy and places her next to Oscar. Emmy runs right back into the crate. Emmy, Abby laughs, is the table too cold for your paws? It was so hard to get her in there, and now she doesn't want to leave it, Charlie giggles, and then coaxes her back out, hugging her closely to his chest. The technician scoops up Oscar, who is sniffing the table looking for treats, and places him on the scale. He's 12.2 pounds. She lifts Emmy out of Charlie's arms to weigh her. Emmy is 8.4 pounds. Perfect weights for cats. Male cats often weigh more than females. Oscar likes to eat a lot. Abby rubs Oscar's belly. Dr. Moore walks in and introduces himself as the veterinarian, and then starts petting Emmy while asking the family questions. How are Oscar and Emmy doing? Eating well? Using their litter box? Playing with toys? They're doing great, Mom answers, and they purr when we pet them. Charlie adds, but not since we've been here. Dr. Moore assures them that this is normal because pets can be scared in a new place. Charlie says they love eating their smelly canned food, but that's just for special occasions. Sometimes they cough up those gross hairballs, like this. Abby says. The vet laughs at Abby's impression. That's pretty normal for cats. Comb them daily to get rid of loose fur. Dr. Moore hands Abby a pamphlet on grooming for take-home care. What are you doing now? Abby asks as the veterinarian looks at Oscar's eyes. Well, I'm examining him. I need to check him all over for any changes that could be signs that something is wrong. Dr. Moore looks at Oscar's teeth, the back of his throat, and even inside his ears. Now, I'm rubbing his body to feel for any lumps or bumps. Dad thought Oscar had a lump one time, but it was just some knotted fur, Abby says. Oscar sits quietly as the veterinarian strokes him from the tip of his nose to the point on his tail. Oscar even puts his head towards Dr. Moore's hand to get in more petting. As the veterinarian repeats the examination with Emmy, Charlie is still concerned that Emmy isn't as comfortable as Oscar. Maybe Emmy isn't used to you yet. You're a really nice doctor, and this room has a lot of fun stuff for animals. Like, why does that dog have a toothbrush? Charlie wonders as he spots a poster on the wall. Dr. Moore explains that pets need to have their teeth brushed and shows them how beautiful Emmy's teeth are. He gives them tips to make sure that they stay that way. Because they don't have much plaque, professional teeth cleaning once every several years is okay. Several years? Mom makes us go to the dentist every 6 months, Charlie says. She makes us brush our teeth every day. Dr. Moore explains, cats need to be under anesthesia for their teeth to be professionally cleaned. Who's anesthesia? Abby asks. Anesthesia is a fancy name for the medicine we use to make pets sleep so that we can work on them. We try not to do this unless we have to. Here's some things you can do in this pamphlet at home to help avoid dental cleanings at the veterinarian. Do they ever go outside or come across other animals? Dr. Moore asks as he pets Oscar. They stay inside with us, Abby replies. Charlie adds, unless they come to the vet or visit Grandma when we travel, but she doesn't have any cats or dogs, but she feeds her a possum, but it stays outside. That's good, Dr. Moore explains. Knowing which animals they interact with helps me decide which shots to give them and how often they need them. I hate shots, Charlie says. Shots aren't much fun, but I make sure it's over quickly, Dr. Moore explains, and he tells them about vaccinations and why they're important. I give pets shots in the same place because that way I'll know if there's any swelling or lumps nearby, and I'll know it's from the shot. Dr. Moore tells them about optional nail trimming. Yes, please, Mom says. I'm always afraid I'll cut the nails way too short. Well, you can bring them back anytime for a trim, Dr. Moore says. Dr. Moore then explains the worm test and that neither cat has any intestinal parasites. Oscar and Emmy are very healthy. I'll see you next year, unless any concerns come up. Charlie takes Emmy from Dr. Moore and he exclaims, she's purring. I think she likes you after all. Abby and Charlie help Oscar and Emmy back into their crate, and this time it's pretty easy. They stop at the receptionist to pay the bill and collect Oscar and Emmy's new rabies tags. Abby volunteers to put them on the collars when they get home. Dad greets them at the door. How was visiting the vet? Abby shows him the pamphlets and rabies tags and says, we need to comb their long fur every day to help prevent hairballs. And look after their teeth at home so they only have to go to their dentist every few years, Charlie adds. Dad says, wow, you learned a lot at the vet. Oscar and Emmy are happy to be healthy and home again. And the two cats purr happily. That was Oscar and Emmy Visit the Vet. It's a wonderful book. It's got some good ideas and tips at the very end that talk about dentistry and kitty cat grooming care, all sorts of wonderful things. And of course, we're always happy at the veterinary office to answer questions that you might have about your pets. Let me see if I can get Orion back in frame here. Hey, buddy, come here. Orion, up you go, bub. He tends to wander off. Hey, can you turn around? That's a good boy. What do you think? Was that a good reading? Mm-hmm. What did you think about the book? What did you think? Good boy. Can you speak? Can you speak? Speak. Big boy, speak. Orion. No. Big boy, speak. Hey, speak. Big boy. Big boy. Good boy. When you got mastiffs, you're going to have slobber. So you see Orion and his sister Andy, 11, Andromeda is her name, and they are littermates.
And not only do we have the author, we have the kitties, Oscar and Emmy. Hi, Terry. Welcome.
Hello. So this is Emmy, and this is Oscar.
Oh my gosh. Oscar looks a little bigger than Emmy, right?
Yes, they are litter mates. We just celebrated their 5th birthday a couple weeks ago, but being a boy and a hungry eater, yeah, he weighs about 50% more than her.
Oh my goodness. Beautiful kitties. And we have 2 other special guests. We have the Director of Communications of Noah's Hospital and our reader for the night, Tom Dock.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Tom. And a very, very special woman joining us, one of my favorite in the world, celebrity, animal lover, Pet Pals show host, Patty Spitler.
Hi there.
Welcome, guys.
And there's Mabel.
And Mabel.
Mabel, did you see the kitties? Did you see the kitties?
Hello.
Thank you for inviting me. This is a very special night. The book, the author, and also Tom's going to tell us a little bit about why did you choose this book, Tom? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I have a passion for trying to help people understand more about what's happening at the veterinary office. And I think this is it's such a wonderful, just basic, this is what's happening. It's not just the veterinarian putting a stethoscope on the pet and petting it a couple times. Every one of those motions means something. And I think Terry did a wonderful job of describing, from even a kid's point of view, even an adult's point of view, this is what your veterinarian's doing when he's petting your animal.
Oh, that's wonderful. And Tom, how long have we been together now doing on Pet Pals TV? It's
7 years.
Really? Whoa.
Yeah.
How many is that in dog years?
Oh, a lot. I don't have enough fingers and toes.
Tom, what I love about Tom, not only is he knowledgeable and caring, as you can see, is he never says no to me. I say, Tom, would you? Yes. Tom, could you? Yes. Tom, yes. He always says yes, and I love that. So thank you so much, Tom, for helping out.
Wow, now that's the kind of guy to know.
I think I'm blushing. I don't know if we can tell on camera, but it's looking like I'm getting a little red here.
Well, I mean, sometimes things happen, especially in the pet world, at a moment's notice, and you just have to run with it. And Tom is like, yes, we have to deal with this now. So I want to now show you a little bit. People know that I don't cook. There's a lot of things I don't do, and I don't cook very well. But my doggies think I can cook, and I shot this little video this morning just so you can see how spoiled they are. Hi there. Oh, hey, it's time for breakfast. Is it time for breakfast? Come here. No. Nobody's coming. Come here. Suey, come. Hey, we got chicken, and we've got some kibble. Oh, with shredded mozzarella on top. Would you like that? Do you like shredded mozzarella on top? Oh, and they say I can't cook. Ha! And the chicken is just the breast meat. There's no skin. All good. Here we go. That's for you. Hang on, little Scruffy. Hang on. Oh, there's your red ball. Well, you know how that goes. Okay, here you get to eat together. Come on over here. All right, sit. Sit down for me. Sit. Good girl. There we go. All right, everybody's happy? Everybody's happy? Yeah, nobody's looking up, so everybody's happy.
Hey, Terry, I just want to tell you that I love these books. You've got several books. You've got 4 Oscar and Emmy books. And
Yes.
Tell me what inspired you to write this series on Oscar and Emmy.
Well, I used to be an elementary teacher. I taught 2nd grade, and I've always loved writing just for myself. And so I decided to combine the 2 things, and I wanted to start with Oscar and Emmy series because I've always loved cats, always had rescue cats. And so I decided my first book should be about rescue and adoption and promoting that. And I volunteered at the time at an animal shelter. And of course, into volunteering there is when I found Oscar and Emmy and adopted them. You know, I called today. I'm like, I have a couple cats I want you to meet. We're just meeting them. He knew we were taking them home. But so I wanted to write the book to educate families about pet care and things that they should do in a variety of situations. The first book, like I said, is about rescue and adoption, spay and neutering, microchipping. The next book is about what to do if you live in an area with natural disasters. It focuses on a hurricane, but has a disaster kit fits for any scenario where you need to kind of grab your pets and go real quick. So it includes a supply list of what you need to have with you. And then another book about what to do with your pets when you travel, several options. In our case, they go to grandma's house, the adventures they have there. And it also cautions the elderly when they're taking care of pets that they're not used to, the tripping hazards that they might be at their feet. And then, of course, the latest book, the vet book, which we just heard Tom read. And then I actually have another book coming out in a couple of weeks about Christmas.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll wave bye to everyone and see you next Wednesday night on
Thank
Facebook.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you.